So how did American mainstream media get so messed up? Back in the 1980s, we had over 50 different companies owning American media, and today that number is down to just 5. It all goes back to a single bill, the Telecommunications Act of 1996, which deregulated the communications industry and removed ownership limits that prevented large corporations from buying up their competition. And you can literally draw a straight line from that moment that the bill was signed to the situation we have today, where all of our media is controlled by only a handful of billionaires. And this is also a great example of why I think modern day Democrats are not that different from Republicans, because the Telecommunications Act was signed by Bill Clinton, a Democrat, not Nixon or Reagan, who most people associate deregulation with. And that was a very intentional choice, because Bill Clinton was the leader of what was known as the Third Way Democrats, which was a political philosophy that became popular in the 90s across liberal parties all over the Western world. And the idea of the Third Way was to embrace neoliberalism and free market capitalism, while at the same time trying to push forward progressive social issues. And it was basically an attempt to satisfy the Democratic base who had just gone through the civil rights movements of the 60s and 70s, while also trying to embrace corporations and bring them back to the Democrat side. And once the Third Way became the primary ideology in the Democratic Party, they pretty much stopped disagreeing with Republicans on any economic issues. The only thing that they really disagreed about were social issues. So while they might fight about gay marriage or police violence, when it comes to the economy and benefiting corporations, there's no difference. And the Telecommunications Act is just one example of Democrats embracing neoliberalism. Clinton also signed NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, which allowed corporations to offload their manufacturing to other countries and disenfranchise American workers. And all of that was a conscious choice. Instead of fighting back against deregulation, Democrats chose to embrace it. And it's created the exact situation we have today, where the party is completely owned by corporations, mainstream media is completely broken, and we're all focused on a culture war and no one's talking about the class war. And that really was the entire point. But what's becoming painfully obvious today is that the Third Way was not the way at all. It was just Democrats and liberal parties across the Western world choosing to abandon the working class and enrich themselves instead. And if we want real progress, we need a new way, a way that actually embraces the working class and prioritizes people and the planet over profits. If you want to learn about some more hopeful options that we have out there and how you can get involved right now, then check out the latest issue of the Conscious Citizens Dispatch. You can get access to that for free by signing up at theconsciouscitizens.org, and you can help us keep this project entirely free for everybody by supporting our work for as little as $2 a month.